absolutely sure. But let's see here. Is the sound coming through? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will finish. Let's see here. And if you want to say something into the mic real quick, just to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will finish. And if you want to, real quick, just to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will finish. And it's echoing now. Yeah. I gotta wait a moment before. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, if you want to say something into the mic, just to...
Sound check.
Something into the mic, just to... Sound check. Cool. Alright, we are good. We are good to go.
Perfect.
That is. Alright. Let's wrap this
I don't think we've looked at the...
game up.
Movie. What we...
Hey, somebody already clicked in. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Welcome to the very quick response time.
Last bit of Until Dawn here.
Last couple hours.
We still haven't seen, so we haven't seen Matt in a while. Everyone else is together?
Yeah, everyone else is together but Matt. We figured out it was Wendigos.
The double, so both of the villains at the that they've been building, other than
we're both fake outs.
Yeah.
Down to the mine.
Like, yeah, literally a double fake out.
What is... Huh?
This is the safe room, Em.
Fuck, I can't do this.
And like, you can see how like the Man of Medan was like echoing this, but just
they wanted
it just wasn't
to be this.
It just didn't come together the same way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
he still doesn't know that Emily's like not gonna turn.
Yeah, he just kind of left to go find Josh.
Oh, here.
He went to go get R1 is the yeah. Dude, the honest meter is
absolutely nothing. Wait, when did he lie?
I actually think he's been pretty honest.
Because he pointed the gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, have we gotten the right wing of any of no? All right.
Yeah. We can look up like the full video too when we beat it.
Sometime after the prospectors came,
I think we got a couple new ones.
Until a cave-in trap and driven mad murderers eating human flesh. And many hunts. Until one night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. But we were not alone.
That sounds like that doctor in that one.
This is it. It kind of does, but this is supposed to be the Wendigo hunter guy that just got killed.
Yeah, okay.
Telling you the like story.
Wait, what was that? Oh, handing Matt the
giving
flare
him
gun.
the flare gun, which he then just used immediately.
Right. We didn't see that.
Yeah, that hasn't happened. Well, none of the playable characters have actually died on screen as far as we know yet. No one.
Right. We saw that happen.
Yeah. That was relatively early.
Did we see that?
Not yet. Oh, yeah, it was Don't Shoot Her. Yeah.
We saw that. That was right before she got...
that
was right before she got pulled out the window, I think.
Yep. And see, that's her waking up at the bottom of the elevator shaft there, so...
Mystery Man. We got a decent amount of the clues. Just need to look for more totems. I'm guessing there's a bunch we missed.
Yeah, like I said, I've never found
like
all of them in a playthrough. I always end up having like half or a little over half of them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how, like, I've been playing the game multiple times. You have to really know where they are, I think.
I was gonna say, you'd almost have to, like, look it up.
Yeah, I think you probably
if you
would.
wanted to hit every single one for sure.
And I mean, I guess for like trophy's sake, I guess it'd be maybe, but like I know everything. I've seen them all like in separate playthroughs. So like, and also like you start over your save data every time you like restart the game over again. So like
you can just go back and collect everything after the fact.
Exactly. So it feels like, you know, a little. I don't know. Like, unless you're doing it for the sake of trophies, then I could see why you'd want to like go back and make sure you get everything. But
especially this camera moving back with me feels like what that original feels. It gives me the feeling of what I think the original Resident Evil was going for with its camera work.
Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't succeed.
I think it succeeded at the time, but then it aged really poorly, so that now, by today's standards, it sucks. Because let me be the first to say, I do not like playing the old Resident Evil games. Yeah. They are not. Like, some people still enjoy that format of them. I don't find that fun. I genuinely just don't find that fun. I want them to remake the first one again, because the remake of one that exists came out on the GameCube, and it still had the those camera angles.
I think this is the top of the death one.
I think, that one. I think we picked.
Have we found this?
This is the area you went. That we went down these stairs, and then the explosion happened.
Oh,
and then so we're basically back in the. He went back up into the sanatorium.
The totems, though.
That one. So I guess it's not necessarily just because it has the big.
But it is the only bottom one with it. Right?
That's true. That is interesting. That's interesting. Welcome to the stream. Hello. I saw a little number pop up on there. Hope you're having a good day. Join us for some spookiness.
All right. So top of the stairs. We don't want to go down. Camera is coming towards us. So let's go this way.
Yeah, well, I was looking at like I was starting to think of like what would be like a good next game to start playing, and I was mainly trying to look at PlayStation exclusive stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Just because like I just figured that's like your chance to play that stuff, you know.
Absolutely.
I hadn't really narrowed my mind down on anything in particular yet, but there certainly is stuff to choose from.
Yeah. I don't think we've talked about this one before, but another one that exclusive that I would.
I mean, yeah, you tell me what one goes to. Oh, yeah, we could totally do that.
A little bit of that. But the Spider-Man game, I know you already did one of that. But
I haven't actually. Well, so me and Michael did a part 1 video, and then we had no audio. Because I forgot
that's the one where you lost the audio.
Yeah, I forgot to like do the.
Include
the chat thing or whatever, and so I ended up I had like 2 hours of like gameplay with no voices like at all.
But I think that Spider-Man game is one of the top of the list for me, and then Tsushima and Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Which are all like huge games.
Massively long ones.
Ooh, that's something I didn't. Oh no, that's that cigar stub. I remember this room now. But there's a clue in here. How do I get in that? You pressed against the door and said something about I wonder what happened to the wolves?
You know, I wonder if you needed the machete to get the door open.
Oh, I see.
You might have needed the machete.
Oh, because it broke in that scene.
Because if you'd cut your fingers off right away, or not touched it, you'd still have the machete now.
Interesting. I just had to replay a story mission in Sea of Thieves. because I hadn't. If you like unlock all the, I don't remember what they call them in game, but basically it's the trophies.
Yeah. Can I actually, while you're talking, I'm gonna just adjust a setting.
Yeah.
On here real quick, just because. I got a text from our one viewer, who is, let's see, who said you're just a little quiet. So I'm gonna see if maybe I could increase the
input. I can also just talk louder too.
Yeah, I don't see an option. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
fine.
that would be. I just didn't see an option on there to increase the volume.
When I have headphones on, I just like always have gotten in the habit of talking quietly, so I'm not yelling all the time. Oh, I think I found a different way into that.
Oh, no, that's how you get into that room. Yeah. Okay. So the one person that popped up was Nadia at work.
Yeah, I had to redo a mission because I walked right past the key that I had been supposed to find just to get into an extra area and find like 2 journals, and I had to do this whole mission just to do that. Wait, no, take the sawed-off shotgun and the shells, not the torch.
I just need a pitchfork and a mob.
Well, I mean,
I didn't expect a Mary Shelley reference from this. Mary Shelley, wait, no. Is that right? Frankenstein?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I think of classic pitchfork and torch mob, I definitely think of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We did hit 14 followers the other day too.
Nice, that's awesome.
Pumping up that.
This will be
the I think the 74th
video.
74th video that is going up onto the YouTube channel. Honestly, and most of those are like multiple hour-long videos too.
Well, I mean, yeah, that some of your
Nadia says hello.
Hello. Hello. Oh. Hope work as well. Okay, I have a torch now. What do I do with it? I can't help connecting a little bit of Evil Dead in here with the sawed-off shotgun now.
Oh yeah, well, and then I feel like there's been at least a couple of references to Evil Dead too, or at least like some of the are just early cabin in the woods type stuff.
That's true. That's very true. The one we haven't seen is the hand coming up.
Right. Right.
Just going in a circle.
We're gonna get you, not another piece. Die.
Okay, I can't get around there.
Sleep. No, I actually I got the cut of the extended edition of the Evil Dead remake.
I still haven't seen that remake.
It doesn't add a ton, but several of the scenes of gore are gorier. When she cuts through her arm, it is that much more graphic.
Yeah.
Or when she sticks the switchblade in her tongue, right? Do you remember that? When she
I haven't seen the remake.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, I feel like I'm spoiling gore scenes then.
Well, I mean, I guess.
I mean, it's all
special
Evil
Dead,
effects, yeah. That's one of the more solid remakes. I think it's not the greatest writing, but I don't. When the horror part is done really well, I don't think it has to be the greatest writing. Not to say I don't want good writing too, but
yeah, I watched the first season of the Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh, I love the show. I love the show. That show gets better every season too.
A good revisit of that universe, and I thought they did a really good job of balancing leaning into the camp, and also leaning into being more serious.
No,
or
absolutely.
at least upping the stakes. I don't know if it's necessarily more serious, but
I think, well, so like Evil Dead 2, I think it strikes the same balance that the original Evil Dead 2 struck.
Yes.
Because Army of Darkness goes
just pure camp.
Yeah, and I mean I love it. That's my favorite.
Great,
that's my favorite one of the movies. But I would definitely say
that's why I can give you.
I would definitely say
2 has the best.
2 is the best balance, like if you're looking for some horror still. And I think the show really nails down the general feel of 2.
Yeah. His teeth disappeared while he was smiling. I almost wanted to record it because I'm pretty sure it happened, but I'm not positive.
I was hoping I'd run into you again. Alright. Good boy.
Well, the remake is the Evil Dead remake though is I do think genuinely good. I also would say if you haven't seen it before, you should just watch the extended cut first.
Yeah,
because it's not that different. It's just the gore effects are just a bit better. God, and there are some good gore effects in that movie. It's all practical. There's like no no CG. It's also one of the only movies that I know of that was filmed in order. Right, like the scenes are actually filmed in order because there's so much blood, like fake blood and shit, having to be thrown around everywhere. They didn't want to clean up in between shots.
The same day as something that's the early part of the movie.
And let me tell you, there is a scene.
Psychologically, I would think that would help, especially for horror.
Yeah. I mean,
you're having to
sense.
be in the moment of your character, knowing what your character is going through in that moment.
No, totally. One, I would say that there's a scene. I won't say anything about what it is, but there's a scene in the Evil Dead remake that uses 30,000 gallons of fake blood in one scene.
I wonder how that compares to
all practical.
Carrie.
It's way more than like intense.
Yeah, no, I just mean like I want to see the percentage of.
Oh sure.
Like. How, this movie has this much times blood as... Because I feel like Carrie is one of the lots of blood scenes of classic horror movies.
Oh, absolutely. Brian De Palma classic. It's funny. It's funny. Did we talk about this on the last stream about how like it's more of an X-Men almost thing in the book? And the mother just interprets it as being satanic, whereas the movie almost portrays it as though it really is satanic.
Because she's the same universe as his Firestarter character.
Yeah.
I mean, even Danny Torrance.
I mean, technically, all of it exists within the same multiverse space, right? Like, it all exists
Yeah, there are
in some
a couple
connected...
that are, like, exclusively either not connected, and then, like, Insomnia is officially in, like, World D, E, or F, or whatever.
But are there any that aren't connected by the Dark Tower at the very least? Like, is there anything that's truly...
There are a couple.
Okay.
And then there are the ones that are, like, the most heavy realism.
Okay.
And there are some that, like, are never officially connected, but totally could be connected.
Sure, where it's a little more ambiguous.
Yeah, where he never references anything directly, but he,
Doctor's report.
But, like, there are, kids with psychic powers or whatever.
Or right. The Shinnin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. There's an old Simpsons Treehouse of Horror where groundskeeper Willie was the.
Oh, it ate the other wolf.
Oh yeah.
But didn't this wolf not like me? Or at least I wasn't friends with it.
Yeah, I think you only made friends with the one.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Poor dog.
Wolf like mourning, yeah. It's like... Its slight movements on its ears and stuff did a decent job of giving you a little bit of a...
remember how he said he had all of them trapped?
Let us out, we are starving, freezing, I will make you pay. Stop testing us now. 9 days, or at least 9 marks. I believe there were 12 marks in the basement. Or in the where what's her name fell.
How crazy were these inmates?
Well, I mean, you know.
I was gonna say, like, they weren't human
Fuck, man.
anymore.
This is truly disgusting.
Oh, I didn't see the, like, awful...
Viscera on the floor.
Those boards are like seeing a pile of shirts on a chair. And it's like vaguely the shape of a person or a humanoid.
Gives you this like little impression almost.
Making me. Oh yeah, they got some breathing in that background. I was gonna say they're trying to make me expect something here.
In the background there was the one crawling up the side of the cage.
For how on the rails this game is, it doesn't feel like it.
Right, it does a very good job of like, it's like just enough exploration to feel like you're not constantly going down a single direction, but not enough to where you ever take very long to go anywhere.
Where the dog went.
And then go the opposite way.
What?
Or is it go find the dog and then go the other way to
that's what I was thinking.
find the extra. But no, have you seen the trailer for Edgar Wright's next film? So Edgar Wright, right? Shaun of the Dead. You know, his next movie's a horror movie. Was it called The Last Night was it Last Night in Soho or something like that? It looks very interesting. Anya Taylor-Joy, isn't it?
What has she been in?
She was the lead in that Queen's Gambit Netflix series.
Oh, yeah.
She was in that in New Mutants, and she's kind of been one of those it actors, right? I feel like at the moment where she's in a lot of stuff.
Person?
Yeah,
but like
slightly Wendigo-ified.
Or oh yeah. Okay, so we just have 3 pictures.
Christmas cake.
Hot sauce Christmas cake.
See, things like that are what make me like his characters. he says shit like that when things start getting...
That sounds like something Deadpool would say.
Jesus, hot sauce Christmas cake.
Or,
Luke
something...
Cage, sweet Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's something Deadpool would say to Nick Cage.
Did you know that Nicolas Cage actually changed his name from Nicolas Coppola to Nicolas Cage because he loved the comic book character Luke Cage?
No.
He literally named himself after Luke Cage.
Going into Secret Passageway.
Oh no, this is definitely the optional area.
Extra? Okay.
Yeah.
That's also a vaguely human shape in that chair.
But yeah, Nicolas Cage named himself after Luke Cage.
And going to Nick from I was gonna say it's not just vaguely human. This is a human shape. Ooh, that spider webbing around the neck is a good detail.
Yeah, I haven't. Mike Coulter as Luke Cage and Finn Jones as Iron Fist are the only 2 actors, or the lead actors from the Netflix Marvel stuff that I haven't heard some sort of rumor about them reappearing.
To whom it may concern. Oh, there's on the back. They're dying outside. I hear them screaming, crying.
I see God's punishment for my mistakes. No escaping my fate. Death awaits me now. Jefferson. It's one of the doctors.
Oh, that's that doctor.
The head doctor. Yep.
All right, bud. Well, it's kind of on you a little bit.
Yeah. It kind of is. It's funny, too, you'd think that he would, like, he just, applying real-world logic, you would have thought that the sanatorium at the time might have called someone else, and they're like, I don't know.
Or just, like, I mean, from the doctor's perspective, just leave.
Right?
Like, they're not going to chase you off the mountain. If your goal is to stay alive, leave.
Right. They also, I don't. I guess I'm trying to remember, but I don't. I feel like they don't ever seem to have been like particularly active in the nighttime, or I mean in the daytime.
Yeah. Oh,
that's that chair that we saw earlier, with all the straps and blood on it.
So he got out. And he crawled up the wall.
I think it almost looks like.
Bit. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that almost looks like actual like live action footage.
Yeah. The flickery bit. I think it's just literally how they're moving. Feels kind of Chaplin to me.
Oh yeah, where it's like the choppiness
like
of the editing is like.
Yeah, it's like.
Speaking of Three Stooges,
I associate that with comedy. Speaking of Three Stooges,
did you see the second trailer for Venom 2?
I was like, where is this going? A new Three Stooges reboot. I would not be surprised that.
Oh, they did that already. Yeah, years ago. Quite a while ago now. I mean, that was like 2012.
John C. I'm trying to think of who the Stooges would be. Like John C. Reilly. Curly.
Sean Hayes, that plays Jack in Will and Grace, was one of them. Like the TV actor.
Yeah. I could see him being good at the slapstick
2012
aspect of it.
2012, they did that.
Oh.
Yeah, 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. There's also one of the Farrelly brothers that directed it, which I don't know if you know them by name, but they tend to do stuff that I'm not a fan of, such as Movie 43.
Oh, I saw so much about that, and every single thing I saw told me I would not like that movie.
It's one of the worst things that's happened
ever been made
in human history.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing trailers, and I was like, this whole thing is just a whole movie made of gimmicks. Oh, don't shoot it! Don't shoot it! Did that happen because I shot it?
No, that would have happened no matter what.
Oh, but that's both of my chambers.
I think this game just kind of reloads off screen for you, yeah. Yeah, 2012 film.
This is also another horror movie thing.
Oh, yeah, totally. It was Chris I'm gonna try and say his name. Chris Diamantopoulos, Sean Hayes, and Will Sasso were the Three Stooges.
Interesting. Yeah, I went the wrong way. There's just it can get through that hole, bud. You need flame. Oh, I just lost my torch.
Oh, did he drop it?
No, it went out. And then he dropped it. And it's like, come on, you have the lighter still.
Right, it's like you could totally light it again.
It's at least still a club. I like how he's saying good dog, and it's just literally a wolf. Wait, these wolves belonged to the...
Yeah, the
guy, so they were always good.
Yeah. I mean, they might not have been friendly to anyone other than him, but, yeah. I mean, like, they were
never
malicious, yeah.
Oh, I hate this shit.
Nice, nice. Oh.
Why are you talking, dude?
Let's see.
He's just, like, even whispering to himself here is just such a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, like, the Dumb and Dumber, movies were the Farrelly brothers.
Oh, okay.
There's something about Mary, Me, Myself, and Irene. Osmosis Jones.
I like
the cartoon
Osmosis Jones.
Was them.
I mean, it was not a good movie, but I
haven't
liking
seen
it
in a long time.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at it again.
What?
Well, and that was a kids' movie too, so that doesn't express the issue I tend to have with those brothers as directors. The issue I tend to have with them is because they specialize in like the raunchy comedy,
and it's not well done. Like you can do,
I like raunchy comedy
in a way that works, but yeah, their version of it. Oh, hey, we saw that. Oh, so we found the others.
One at a time, boys.
So that because he had said that he locked them all up. Nadia says y'all better keep that wolf alive.
Right?
I don't know why the chat boxes don't. It's something about Until Dawn specifically because every other game.
The cinematic nature.
Yeah, probably. Because the chat boxes don't pop up on like the other. They pop up on every other game in the corner, but for some reason not on Until Dawn. Huh. Yes, we will do our best to keep the wolf alive.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh my god, that's so bad for your ears, Lana. Am I the only one that's counting these?
I just watched an episode of MASH recently where someone had tinnitus, and the whole rest of the episode, every time that character is on screen, all I could think of was
I love Archer. That's season 12 is premiering later this month.
Oh,
12.
That's the new one that they're back to.
They've actually been back into the regular continuity for a whole season already.
Okay, so I haven't seen 11 yet.
Yep, and this 11 was
I'm gonna say, you gotta be aiming sooner than that, buddy. Oh, no.
It's the spirits.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't really have a whole lot of choice there.
Not supposed to kill them. Yeah, because it's kill one or the other, or get both.
Right.
Or, I mean, not kill them, but...
Right, it's either don't kill them at all, or... Yeah.
I am curious if missing any of these QuickTime events that I've missed has had an effect yet. Because each one was sort of had a backup with the gun.
Sure.
Is there a version, like, are you able to, I guess you're not able to get here without the gun. Because you have to break open the locks.
Yeah, because you have to have it. You cannot have the machete though.
Yeah.
Which is basically where we are.
I don't remember if we talked about this on stream. But I've never seen the movie Machete. Is it like horror? What is the genre
Machete?
of Machete?
Machete is grindhouse action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's I honestly don't even like it that much, honestly. It's kind of like...
What's the movie?
Too over... It's like it's embellishing and being over the top to such a degree.
What's the movie where it's another big grindhouse action where her leg is a gun?
Let's see. Death Proof is the one with the car, and then...
But it's the same, same vibe.
It's a two-parter. It's two shorter films. One was directed by Quentin Tarantino, and one was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and one of them has the chick with the machine gun leg. I don't remember.
I think it's the Tarantino Presents, the actual one he directed.
Yeah. One of them was Robert, because it was the one that Robert Rodriguez did. He was also the director. That's the one with the machine gun leg. Also the director of Spy Kids. Also the director of Machete. Also the director of Barricade. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, buddy. Come on down. It's all right.
No! So that's the choice, is the barricading the door. No! So So I'm sorry, honey. We failed your request on that one. Just wait for the comment to pop up.
Yeah.
We did not honor that request.
You can die. Let's trade. I'm fine with Mike dying if the dog lives. What are all of these targets?
I think they're all barrels.
Are they explosive barrels though?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think.
I see. I wasn't sure if there was some empty barrels.
It's a lot of like oil drums in a single room.
That's what I was thinking. Is like some of these have to be misses.
Well, I'm guessing that that guy probably had like a because he lived up here by himself hunting these things with fire. He probably had like a huge like.
Oh, that one's
not quite
not dead, but its
skin is all
burned away.
Yeah. There's
So
Jessica. Since first time we've seen her since the beginning of the game.
When she dropped.
Yep. So yeah, so again, no one has died. Well, the wolf died, I guess, but none of the playable characters have even died. I love that they do that, where it's like they have this. You have these two killers, converging into different places, and Jessica looks like she dies. Josh gets cut in half.
Yeah.
And then one's actually.
Matt leaves what's her name behind, but she's fine.
Okay,
And
seriously,
he's
where
still a
is
question
Matt?
mark.
Like, did the game glitch and did we not like did it like glitch him out or something? Or where is he?
Come on.
Hey, I'm kind of giving out here, guys. I think maybe you should go on without me.
That seems like a bad idea.
No,
We should split up.
Right?
We could cover
Yeah,
more ground that way.
Mike will just have to wait.
What happened to Chris? Why is he limping?
I
I mean, they've all been kind of beat to crap, but
I guess he just got hit an extra time.
yeah. I don't remember what he was the last time he was in action.
The last time you played as him was when you went out with Flamethrower Dude. And
to
find Josh,
he
and
got
then
injured and is running back from that.
yeah, I think so. I think he like tripped and fell as he got back inside. When me and Nadia were playing this the first time, I introduced her to it. Literally, just the first shot on the Wendigo, the controller like wasn't pulling the trigger properly, and Chris just got his head fucking cut off right there.
And there's not like checkpoints you can go back to because it saves immediately.
Yep. Not unless you want to start that game over.
Right.
Which,
and
I mean, this is
making every choice is maybe not gonna get
Right.
you everything, because if you miss a different quick time or miss a token or whatever.
No, totally.
Or totem. Alright, yes game, I understand you want me to go in the sewer. I would like to find another option.
Wait.
So me and Michael started
What about this?
a stream playthrough of this game called Observer,
It's not like
Observer.
which is made by this small indie studio that also did like Layers of Fear.
Oh yeah,
Um,
okay.
And it's starring Rutger Hauer, like the villain from the original Blade Runner, right? As like the main character of this, like they're like a
Similar face capture kind of thing, or it's just
no,
his voice?
the character models are his character model. If you look in the mirror, isn't the greatest looking, but it's because it's first person. You don't really see it.
First.
But he like
After you.
he's like a cyberpunk dystopian, very Blade Runner-esque world detective. But the gimmick of the game is that because there's no combat as far as I can tell.
I think this
Oh.
But the gimmick of the game is that you
Before she
find
allows her to go.
these crime scenes, and before the person dies, you literally jam a fucking cable into the back of their skull and relive this like glitchy
moment of
like
their-
moment of their death.
How to move it.
basically as like you're like a neural investigator.
Sort of like.
It's interesting. It's not the greatest game, and it's definitely
sort of like the Wild Wild West,
stumbles.
taking out the eye and putting it through a projector.
There was no giant. There has been no giant spiders. I tell you, John Peters is the weirdest person.
I need to find some YouTube videos.
Hey, we should close this, right?
You should wipe the blood off your
I
face.
mean, what if something...
Maybe that's a bruise. Maybe it's a
Fine,
bruise.
close it.
That could be a bruise.
Keep moving. Can you just catch up?
She did get decked by Josh.
Yeah, she got fucking. Yeah, she did. She got sucker punched right in the fucking face.
But like, I mean, I guess it's cold, but all of that blood on her sweatshirt has got to be wet and cold as well.
Yeah, at this point, I mean,
crusting up but getting.
Did I tell you during the filming of the original Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell got a shirt covered in so much blood, and it was so cold outside, it solidified, and we brought it inside. He dropped it, and it shattered into pieces like glass on the floor.
The fake blood in media story I always think of is after Emilia Clarke was eating the horse heart on Game of Thrones. She didn't show back up to filming for a while.
Yeah.
And they're like, someone has to go find her. She got stuck to the toilet because it solidified and she couldn't. So someone had to come in with like something to dissolve all of the fake blood to get her off of the toilet.
Hello?
Investigating a voice sounds like a bad idea.
And since you picked rejoin the group, I will tell you that is an insta death.
Yeah.
that is a one choice death to get her killed.
Do you want to split away from everybody or not? Like, it's a horror. Like, right. Anyone playing this is a game, like, unless you're not used to horror, you're like,
right.
God, I'm so
why
glad
did you split off?
Glad you're safe.
You know,
have we been separated for a long time?
She got stuck to just a brief moment. So she got stuck to the toilet
and like I guess didn't have a phone or whatever because she was in costume.
She just had to wait for someone to come look for her.
She's just stuck and they're all waiting for her on set.
You know, so we fixed the bathroom doorknob, but that had come in just here in our apartment. But did that happen to you where like anytime you used the bathroom here, like the doorknob came off? When you were trying to open the door?
Think so.
No. Well, almost everyone else, at some point, the doorknob had come off, and Alex was inside the bathroom and pulled the doorknob off. He was too embarrassed to like call me and tell me that to like come help him. He literally like the tiny little piece of like the spindle. He managed to get his like fingertips around it and like spin it a little bit, and eventually got it back on. But hey, welcome to the stream. I see somebody popping in. How are you today?
We just saw.
What's that? That was Josh.
Oh.
Getting just dropped into one of the pits. Hey, Adam, how are you? Adam's watching.
Nice.
AW25. How you doing, Adam? How are you doing? We're playing a horror game. I know you tend to be a FIFA guy for the most part for video games, so you probably haven't seen anything quite like this exactly before.
I was gonna say, don't put you. Let's leave. That seems like moving quicker.
It's generally a good policy in this game that like the less safe option is the better one if you can hit all of the quick time events.
Totally. How is everyone else going to climb up this?
See, AW25, I finally got some free time. LOL, yeah, this might be a new experience for me. I think it will. I think you will have a lot of new experiences hanging out on this channel. And at some point, I'd love to get you in to co-host and like hang out in person and be on a mic, be on like a mic and everything. If you're interested anyway, obviously I'm not going to push that on you if it's not something you want to do. But if you're interested, like there is so many games, so many good games that are not FIFA that we could expose you to. And I'm not saying FIFA's bad. I'm just saying there are a lot of other things.
Where did everyone else go? How did she get separated so quickly?
I think she went to look for Mike while everyone else went to, like, get back to the surface.
Got it. It just
it's like the headlamp instead of the handheld flashlight. Like, she's the only character smart enough to have one of these headlamps.
Which is funny because that means that instead of controlling her arm, you control her head. Turning.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you notice, even when it's the characters have the flashlight in their hand and you're turning that stick, their head does turn
that makes sense.
with the arm.
Look where the flashlight is.
It's, you know, it's genuinely some pretty...
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's a Wendigo spirit. I can be like AW25. I can be like Conan's clueless gamer. No, FIFA is garbage. You are right to say that. Well, hey, you're the FIFA player. So if you're saying it's garbage, then yeah. I mean, like, I think I like the idea of sports games. I liked sports games more than like the early 2000s when they were goofy and they didn't play by total real world logic.
NHL hits.
Yeah, like I want my hockey game to break out into a Mortal Kombat fight halfway through. I want those hockey players to be ripping each other's heads off.
One of them rips his helmet off, and he's got a
one of them is slicing each other's throats with the ice skates. But no, like NBA Street, right? Like those are genuinely fun basketball games. Oh shit! Oh, and because it's all on fire, you can.
Oh, I think, yeah. I think I technically missed on the first one, like just one of the edges of the crosshair was in the circle. I thought someone was gonna die.
Define alright.
Alive, for a start.
Yeah, life's good.
I am amazed at how good this game looks.
Dude,
at 7 years
don't
old.
use your shotgun as the bar on the door. Use the shovel.
Let's find a way down to where this fucker lives.
I think now it's out of ammo. Even though like
he did only grab a handful.
Right. Even though I mean it seems like a limitless supply of ammo. But no.
Here we go.
No, Adam. I think that's a great idea though. You being like Conan's clueless gamer, where you just don't even know what's going on. I actually like that idea a lot.
Put him into Cuphead.
Oh my God, Adam, we're gonna make you play Cuphead. We're gonna make you play Cuphead, and you're gonna hate it.
Yeah. So we just seen.
It's just your
gonna get that key, right?
Previously on.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're just starting another chapter because it showed Matt finally.
That was a short chapter, which means we should be coming back to Matt here pretty quickly.
Let's find a way down to where this fucker lives.
I like how they still showed it as though Emily fell and died when they showed Matt looking down.
He's just going in a circle.
Who put Josh in the hole?
One of the Wendigos, right? They dragged him into the...
Okay.
So he just got taken by that.
So it didn't eat him. That's interesting.
AW25, what's the background of this story? I think my brother
showing up right at the end
mentioned
of
the game, so I know it's kind of difficult. Oh, Cuphead? Yeah, Cuphead's brutally difficult. Cuphead's like the hardest game I've ever played, basically. Can't even believe I finished it. So the game we're playing right now is kind of it's a riff on kind of like classic like horror movies. So it's got like, you have like your 20-year-old college students at a cabin in the middle of the woods, and there's like a killer. This game kind of does a little bit of a bait and switch. It fakes you out though with like, oh hey, it presents to you this serial killer, right? Kind of classic slasher movie type scenario, only for it to, the killer to kind of be a fake out, and then there's actually like it's more of a monster movie when you get to this later part of the game. But yeah, it's kind of your cliched those kind of 8 characters. Classic horror trope setting. We're in the middle of we're at a cabin in the woods on a mountain, totally isolated.
Above a mine.
Above a mine.
Next to a sanatorium.
It's against so many things.
They kind of just everything that's stuck to the wall.
Right, just throw everything at like every horror cliche all at once. But I think it works really well because it's playing with cliches and it's kind of.
So Beth still has her voice, or is he?
Oh, he's just hearing. He's hearing shit that's not there.
Because that earlier voice it sounded like Beth.
Yeah, yeah.
Investigate the voice.
I think that was.
Still have their voices, or if it's just.
Yeah, that was something else.
Okay.
That was more of like a predator mimic thing, whereas this is him just basically being.
Oh yeah, because he's hearing his own. So Psycho was his fake slasher character.
Yep. Plus, like the therapist played by.
Pretty clearly not real.
Yeah, especially like just now, he was just taunting him. In the mines.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any light.
No, you don't.
Josh, you forgot your flashlight.
So, Josh, Adam, the character that we are playing as right now, the game starts with his sisters dying because of a stupid prank that the other characters pull, and then...
So he's... horror prank.
Yeah, he basically pretends to be a serial killer to fuck with all the other characters and like torment them as revenge. But then when they find out that he's not really a killer, he didn't actually kill anybody. But as you find that out, you also find out that there are actually like these cannibalistic Wendigo creatures that are actually killing people on this mountain, and those are like the real horror enemies of the game.
Oh, and now he's just.
The hallucination stuff here gets like.
Because Psycho.
Well, he really did kill like pigs to like have the like guts for like some of the fake props and stuff earlier in the game. This is a really like intense part for Adam to just come in on.
But here's like some of the most gruesome horror we've seen yet.
Right.
Don't take orders from you. I thought something looked weird with her tape.
No! Why are you doing this?
Oh, hilarious. This is really creepy. It is. It's some pretty solid gore and scare factor shit.
Did he know about the prank when it was happening at the start of the game?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I think he only found out about it afterwards.
So, I noticed something kind of weird about it.
Because, like, everyone else was in it.
What?
Right.
No Wendigo. Had a scar. Seen it before.
What are you talking about?
I saw these old pictures of some guys with that scar, and he was transforming into Wendigo.
You're kidding.
One of the miners.
No, we basically explained how that works already. Sam, come on.
At least.
I like that bit of information though, like how old the things actually are.
Killed a lot of people.
Adam, let me ask you: do you know the creature Wendigo? Have you heard of that creature before? I don't know. What your horror experience is, so I genuinely am not sure.
Wait, who am I controlling?
You're Sam.
Sam, but Mike is following me.
There's to the left there's something before you go into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, there's to the right, I guess there's a couple things.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering
You know Wendy's?
Down.
Is that a joke, or did you mean to say Wendigo? Because I know Wendy's too. It's got a pretty funny Twitter actually. Just punking other fast food restaurants out constantly. You know, the Sonic Twitter does that too.
I'm not surprised. Did you see that McDonald's controller that was accidentally leaked?
And that Sony is having to like come down on it's specifically McDonald's Australia.
Yeah.
They're having to like.
Oop, this is yep, that's
Beth.
Watch.
This is her grave. Right.
But it's been dug up.
The only horror movies you've seen, Adam, are Us, Get Out, and Gremlins.
What a combo!
Would you consider Gremlins a horror movie? I guess it's been so long since I've seen it. Maybe it's more intense than I remembered.
I think they definitely play on some of the same. Because
there's
some outrageous gore stuff.
Is there some gore in that movie?
It's the Gremlins, so they're like spewing green slime.
Oh, okay. I remember I watched that when I was like 4. I remember thinking that was like a kids movie.
Like unnamed. They're not even side characters, but they're unnamed people that die.
Right.
From the Gremlins.
Sure.
So,
I guess I just remember it. It's like a horror movie, but that is slightly more, or a horror movie that is kid friendly.
Yeah.
In a way. I don't know. At least when I was a kid, I felt I watched Tales from the Crypt when I was 5. So like I am not a good metric for what like the normal human being.
That one again. It's been a long time.
I think it should be on HBO Max.
Oh really?
Because that was an HBO show back in the day.
I was expecting it to show up on Shudder because they have. One of the other similar Creepshow. Yeah. Sharks in the mountain in the mine.
Try going to the left first, just to satisfy my curiosity.
I wasn't sure if it would let me go up. Oh, it looks like it will.
See the food chain, yeah. Okay, well let me just fill you in, Adam. A Wendigo is a human being who has committed the act of cannibalism, and then is possessed by like a demonic spirit that basically feeds on that consumption of human flesh. So, yeah, that's your Wendigo. Yeah, because this is something that's an easily missed clue here.
So
this is Hannah wrote this after they fell.
Hannah was the one that was praying.
Hannah was the one that had the prank. She was the one with the butterfly tattoo.
Yeah. I'm so hungry.
No
choice. She's reading it.
It's the only way I can survive anymore. If someone finds this, I'm sorry. I had no choice.
I don't think I would write that letter. I'd just be like, I'm doing what I need to survive. Come find me. Day 33. She only had 12 markers in that cave.
Right. Well, she must have stopped. Marking it, I guess. True. But hands feel unclean. My nails fell out. Pushed out. I am aching.
Stronger. Hunger.
So Hannah, dug up Beth's grave, and then became a Wendigo herself. So ultimately Hannah is one of the bad guys, right? Like you were saying at one point. But rather than being like the slasher taking revenge, she has become the mindless cannibalistic monster, which I think is a pretty cool way to do it. See, I think Gremlins is one of those movies you see as a kid that you remember is scarier than it actually is, kind of like Jaws. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can definitely see that being like intense as a kid, and then watching it as an adult and going like, oh, this is actually not that. I could definitely.
God damn it!
Hannah was down here.
I don't believe any of it.
She would have been starving. She would have been desperate.
Fuck.
Well, us and Get Out are both very good modern, intense horror films. Though damn, Adam, do you like horror movies, Adam? I'm just out of curiosity. Do you enjoy horror movies, or is it like you sat through those because you had friends that forced you to?
If I remember right, Us was watched on the floor at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which would take some of the bite out of it.
Watching anything it's a horror movie like that with all that atmosphere. I feel like on a tiny screen
on your phone, but also paused every few minutes when someone walks up and stuff.
Right.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were talking about watching it one day.
Funny. Yeah, I definitely wasn't not at all. not a horror fan in general. Yeah, but you did watch it at Caribou. Yeah, I definitely feel like it takes the bite out of it. I won't force you to watch any horror movies, Adam. It's okay. I won't make you. You may end up seeing a lot of horror games though if you're interacting on this channel.
Yeah.
Customers broke up the suspension. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I didn't mean to I thought there was something to pick up. You don't...
No. And I love how they just look disappointed, too. Like, the fact that they're getting back in the water.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, why are you making us?
Alright. Let's go to the door. I don't know what I just had to walk around. That's a head. Whose head? Do you recognize that head?
I don't know. I don't know whose head that was, actually.
Because it was still like, it wasn't very decomposed or anything.
You know what? It kind of had long... Oh, it was the flamethrower guy. That's his decapitated body hung up on the chains there. Yep. So that was his head that they'd eaten, like, the face off of.
This is just its larder?
Yeah.
Is there multiple bodies? What are they looking at?
I think it was just this one guy, yeah. Granted, I feel like they've seen, like,
worse than that.
at this point,
yeah. Make you throw up.
There's Josh talking to himself.
Hey, Josh?
Oh,
Josh?
man.
Buddy.
This is maybe not what you wanted.
You can't tell me what to do.
It's so funny
Okay. I trust
seeing...
I trust
Oh, no.
As much as he's, like, the bad guy for so much of the game, I feel like... I end up kind of feeling bad for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's just... He's just not together.
The body shape of this character is so different with that face on it.
Yeah, or because he
stick skinny.
Because for the killer costume he had like a bunch of padding. Because like when he was just himself earlier in the game, he wasn't nearly so big. But
was down here weeks, a month. She dug us up. Mike.
Hey, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Josh, do you have?
Why did they make this scary? That's just the genre, man. This is
adrenaline. That's why.
Yeah, adrenaline. Yeah. I could only speak for myself, but I don't. It could have been a fun camping game.
I don't know, but yeah, maybe I'll play this alone up at the cabin sometime.
Ooh, oh yeah, that'd be great. Actually play this at a cabin in the woods. That'd be awesome.
Middle of winter.
I saw there's a Jason Murphy is a guy that's on used to be on a website called Spill, and he's currently does the Modern Rogue YouTube channel. But Jason Murphy,
I'm moving Josh.
He's a podcaster I listen to sometimes. He, for his like 40th birthday, rented out a cabin in the middle of the woods, invited all of his friends, got a keg, and marathoned like Friday the 13th and Cabin in the Woods and Scream and like all these horror movies. I would love to do something like that. Adam, you don't have to come. You don't have to come to that because I know you're not going to enjoy it.
We haven't seen that yet. Right?
Nope, that has not happened.
Fortune, is that finished then?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you complete. Well, hey, one tower is completely done.
Yeah.
But no, I get that horror is not your thing, Adam. But like I love horror. It doesn't really freak me out though. It doesn't. I mean, like it just doesn't. You know, like, I don't get scared with horror. I may get him in the eye.
Yeah.
The gorier, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Years after many moons and many hunts.
Oh, we have a big chunk of that.
One night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. But we were not alone in the woods that night. I was tracking the Macapichu.
That little gap there is so funny because you don't lose anything by not having it.
The Macapichu force your friends over the
The
mountain.
Macapichu, so it's like, that's something that you'd have to get like probably some more of the earlier ones to totally see. But it's basically the Macapichu is supposed to be like the strongest, biggest of the Wendigo, and he had been chasing that particular one, which then chased Hannah and Beth off the cliff.
Oh,
that split second that you see of the creature too there, it had like the extra like almost like spikes coming out of its shoulders, like it looked like you know the weird disease that affects rabbits, where they grow like the spikes out of their face. It's where the myths about like jackalopes came from.
Oh yeah, okay. Josh, what are you saying no to?
So it's actually, I think it's even an STD. I think rabbits pass it
to each other.
Yeah, I think they pass it to each other through sexual contact. But no, it really is like, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's a disease where like the rabbits, like they literally just grow spikes out of their face and just randomly
bone or
kind of looks like that.
Calcium deposit.
It's like I think it's like a calcium deposit. And yeah, poor animals, they just grow the shit out of their body in random places until they die. But that's the whole idea of like the jackalope, right? Like that's where that myth came from.
I've always been.
It's called Shope papillomavirus.
Interesting. Isn't that?
It's HPV? So it's like kind of like a version of HPV for rabbits. Like look at that.
Oh yeah.
So
I can see where the antler idea comes from that. There's not any clues in the water here, right?
Nah. Well, and I swear to God, Michael to this day will still argue with me that he saw a jackalope one time. Like that. I'm like, dude, I know what you saw.
No, you're not real.
No, this one might be.
Yeah, right? Oh.
And I think she might be the Machu Picchu one, that like the biggest, strongest one.
But it's not killing him. What was his throat doing there for a second?
I think it was just the game. Like it was supposed to be him shaking in fear, but it didn't quite.
Like, hey, Matt, finally.
After fucking how long?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what's he been doing the whole time? If he's caught up to the current timeline,
I guess he just was lost in the mines this entire time, and literally had no contact with anyone.
I mean, seems to be the safest place to be.
Hey,
everyone else was running into stuff, and he's been fine the whole time.
Oh, and Matt and Jessica.
Uh-huh.
Is that you? Jesus.
She's like, no.
How the fuck are you still alive?
Because Matt can die before this, and then you have to play as Jessica, and she has to find a way out on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone really fucking with us up here?
There's a lot of people fucking with you.
There is, yeah. Like these two are the two that the most don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
They just literally have no context information.
I didn't mean to scare you.
I need to look at what.
Kinda. She does look fun.
Hey, back.
Glitchy ass lantern again. Seriously, it's amazing to me. I've played this game I don't know how many times.
Something about this save file just has a problem with I mean, even now it's vibrating.
Yeah.
I do think it's funny. I've had, things swinging around glitches like that before in games, and one of the things that often comes with it is unending controller rumble.
Oh, yeah.
It starts hitting your character model.
Right. No, I've definitely had that too. I've definitely experienced that. I'll tell you what, Adam. The next thing we play won't be a horror game.
Yeah.
Just for your sake.
Just for you.
Just for you. The next thing we play won't be horror.
Something came in through here. That was me.
Through that roof.
You fell this far? Jesus. There's two of us.
Lenny 8499. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hello, I haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the channel. This is Rated M for Immaturity. This is the name of our show. We're just gabbing and doing some horror games. Hope you are having a great rest of your day. Sorry, I am a bitch. Well, that'd be Oh, you mean Jessica? Oh, no, you're not. I mean, I haven't seen you do anything bitchy yet. Yeah, don't worry, AW25. No horror. Hey, we're up to 5 people. Wow, hey, thanks for hanging out. I think someone else also joined up. Nice. I hope everybody's having a good time. Hope everybody's having a good time.
Add to that, not much.
Oh, so that was the top of that one.
Do we have the rest of it filled in though? We're missing,
2 for that. Yeah, 2 for that tower.
I feel like this is the other one we have a chance of filling.
Yeah, it's probably the other one that'll actually like get all the way to the top. But yeah, well, Lenny 8499. I'll just give you a little rundown. I mean, this is basically an all video game channel. Is basically all we do. We've got like, oh god, let's see, between the 2 of us here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd say about 6 different like hosts that we kind of rotate through. So like we're very frequently there's like different people on here hosting and commentating and stuff.
What games do you have going right now? Because I think you're doing. Are you finished Ratchet and Clank?
Me, Alex, and Ulysses just finished our playthrough of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart very recently. Now we're kind of focusing on Returnal, at least basically working on that until the next new release comes up. You dislike Sam and love Jessica? Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We have yet to meet Emily. We've done a good chunk of the Emily stuff.
Oh, what in the world? How did it get her?
She wasn't fast enough.
Oh, well, we lost someone finally.
Yeah, this is the first real death. Well, sorry, Lenny, I know you just said you love Jessica. That was not intentional.
That's the second time someone had said they want the character to
They said
live.
Nice framing, thanks. Literally someone, or my fiance earlier said, don't kill the wolf, and then immediately the wolf died.
I'm not gonna make it here. I'm so bad at those. Oh, it didn't last very long.
So basically, you want to like always do the stop and hide because their vision-based movement.
It would be more like I'd be trapped if I hid.
Right, which I mean, I guess that's it's the first time you play it, you really don't know what the better option is. It's a nice framing. No, I'm sorry, Lenny. I'm sorry. we didn't mean to.
Ooh, that one was a quick one.
Well, hey, that's the first real death in the game. Let's see who else can go before it's over. Maybe everybody. Maybe I don't know. Who knows?
I'd like to do a playthrough of this trying to kill everybody.
Right. Well, it's funny because like there's
or like not even trying to kill everyone, but like making the
dumbest horror movie. Yeah, let's split up. Let's follow the sound.
Yes, exactly.
So you could have a couple characters. Ashley could have died if you followed the sound. Jess is killed now. It is all about the butts. I mean, hey, if that's what you're what you're into the game for, there is nothing wrong with that. Are you still hanging out with us, AW25? I haven't seen you pop in there in a little bit. I'm just out of curiosity. That was at the top of the other.
Alright, it's the top of something. I don't think it's guidance.
Oh, different one. Different one, okay.
But we're getting...
Sam. Hey, Lenny, I agree. Sam, yeah, I'm with you. I had a mini, like a little mini crush on Hayden Panettiere when I was like... when I was like 5 years old, because she was probably like 13, 14 as the babysitter in Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, that's right.
And like I, at like 6 years old, had just a little mini crush on her when she was like 14. So Jess had the best butt, but then she died. Well, it's a dead butt, I don't know what else to say about it, but that is a dead butt. Of course, Adam's still creeped out, huh?
Okay, did I...
Like I said, we will play
just met up, right? The two possible paths? No.
Yeah, no, they totally did.
Okay.
They totally did. I think, yeah, anytime there's the divergent pathways, they'd end up coming together. Most of the time, at least.
I was trying to see if there'd be a second totem there.
Yeah, like I said, AW25, we will play a non-horror game next. whatever it is, we will pick something that's not horror.
But we'll add in like jump scares just for you.
Yeah, we'll pepper in special jump scares just
have a
just
button
for
where the whole screen is taken over by some kind of.
If only we had a Yellow Submarine video game.
Because that would be. I wonder what that would look like. I would try that.
I still wear my blue meanie T-shirt when I know Adam's coming over, just because I know that he's gonna have a little like PTSD. I still think that we should get Adam over here for a movie night, and we should watch Fantastic. We should make him watch Fantastic Planet, because that is way stranger. Like Yellow Submarine is trippy, but at the end of the day, it's just like it's the Beatles, and it's just some goofy
Ringo Starr trippy. It's all
it's like colors and goofy stuff. Whereas Fantastic Planet is like meditative, like philosophical sci-fi trippy.
Yeah. The bird up there.
Well, Lenny, we appreciate you stopping by on the channel. We hope to keep seeing you again in the future. If you have fun. If you don't, then, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. That movie did a number on me. I believe it. I remember you just were like, you just zoned out.
What's going on?
Yeah, I love when you do start to get people in the chat. That does there is something very, very fun about that.
Run.
Oh, but yeah, I totally started talking about what games we were doing and then completely trailed off into a different conversation. But yeah, we just finished Ratchet and Clank. Me, Alex, and Ulysses are doing Returnal. Me and Michael just started a playthrough of a game called Observer. We're about to we're about to finish Until Dawn here soon, so we'll have to start a new game. We also have played. There's full playthroughs of Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, Demon Souls, Dark Souls. Me and Tim play Dark Souls 2 on a regular basis. And if you ever want to, if you want to ever look at our older videos, we have our YouTube channel. Rated M for Immaturity. If you go on YouTube, all of our older videos are cataloged on that YouTube channel. So every time we do a live stream, right away I upload it onto YouTube, because stuff expires on Twitch after like 2 weeks. So
got who? You said it got him.
Josh, I think.
Oh.
Because we didn't see him die, but he did get dragged away. So.
Check the basement. Might be someone left down there.
I thought that. Where's he going? Is he going where we're supposed to go?
Probably, yeah.
There's probably not more clues I haven't.
I know, yeah. I feel like now that we're back in the cabin, I feel like you've already explored this area. So, as I don't think they put new stuff in the old areas to find.
There's no airflow in this house at all. Apparently,
I know. There's so much dust in the air.
Motes float.
It literally looks like the spores in The Last of Us floating around. Oh shit! We should play The Last of Us on a stream. Yeah. Have you ever gotten to really? Oh,
I've watched a bunch of the first one.
Okay.
Because I didn't have access to it.
Sure. Have you seen the whole game?
But no, I haven't.
See, that would still be good then, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Why did she hit her?
Oh shit!
You might die here. After the last time
I think that was the right choice, actually.
Okay, I was gonna say, after the last time I didn't barricade,
right,
and we lost the wolves.
Oh, that number's really fluctuating, huh? It went
right.
3, 5, 2, 5. Oh, they are in the cabin.
Do they hunt like... Well, T-Rex didn't actually hunt like that, but... Is that a lamp? Like, what is that big globe?
It's just a fucking weird chandelier. It's a rich person chandelier.
Yeah.
It's modern art, that's what it is.
It looks like something I would expect, like, sci-fi go-go dancer to be inside of.
Yes. Like a little gnome.
Fighting each other?
They move. I love this too.
They just literally
just attack anything that moves. Yeah. I really enjoy the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Dude, you realize you're gonna blow up the whole house, right? Oh, we actually already saw.
We saw it with the lighter.
Oh, well, we saw him standing outside of the house on fire.
Yep, and the house burning down.
Did everyone else leave the house?
No, they're all still in there. In, like, different weird spots. Honestly, them fighting each other is kind of badass.
Oh my god! Okay, so Hannah's definitely the, like...
she's like, Hannah's like the strongest one.
I feel like it's gonna trick me and suddenly do a quick time event.
I don't think the game ever pulls that on you, actually.
Yeah. Dude, why are you... I mean, I guess.
Well, because if everyone gets out... Okay, so Chris is... That's Chris safe. Chris lived to the end of the game. Chris is good. Yeah, either one. I mean, yeah, it's up to you, I suppose.
Get out, girl!
Alright, Emily's safe. That's 2. I think Matt's good too, just because he never even got back to the cabin.
Right.
God, I love the creature design here. Like,
I was just looking, there's facial structure from Hannah there too.
Yeah, you can totally see bits of her face in there. The eyebrows, especially. I'd hide. Yep. All right, Ashley's good. Almost everybody at this point is like safe.
Except for Sam.
Sam, Mike, Jessica died. Is dead.
That's true.
Sam and Mike haven't gotten out yet, but...
Oh yeah, and that guy's like in miner's clothes.
Oh yeah, you can see the bits of clothes still.
Uh-oh. I think that was the wrong call. Wait, Mike is still inside, isn't he?
Oh shit, Mike got burned up in the cabin.
Why didn't I get a chance to save Mike? I chose to save Mike between
I don't know.
Bunches.
That's weird, because I remember Mike also running out of the...
Maybe it's because I ran and I got started chasing. Well, sorry, Mike.
I mean, hey, that's a few survivors
showing up.
Well, so interesting thing too. The interesting thing about this. So Sam and Mike actually can only die at the end here.
Okay.
So those are kind of meant to be your main two characters. So Sam and Mike can only die in the cabin. And then everyone else has like 8 or 9 different potential death scenes.
Okay.
Across the game. Ooh.
So is it just gonna... Yeah,
do your deaths.
6:30. She almost made it.
So close.
I mean...
So close.
6:30 is dawn if you're at the top of the mountain.
I mean, that's true.
She made it until dawn. Mike just got... So was I supposed to hide twice there?
I guess so.
Yeah.
The old man,
Which makes...
I don't know how to describe it.
And then this could be any combination of characters could be doing these interviews at the end of the game. And they'll say different things depending on who survived in relation to them.
And what clues you find, I assume.
Yeah.
Killed who? Who are they talking about?
The police they think some like killer did it.
Right.
Still.
Oh, the guy on the mountain.
Yeah, they think Josh or like.
Yeah.
They think.
Jessica, I don't know.
Oh yeah, because we never saw. Does Josh ever survive, or is he always dragged away like that?
So there's two potential ways for that scene to go.
Yeah.
Of course she's.
He could have shot me. He almost shot me, the prick. I mean, you go out with a guy for however long and you think you know him.
And he's dead, and she's still bitching about him too. Yeah, this is the end of the game. You actually came in, Adam, like literally right at the end of the game. But like I said, we'll probably once the credits are over, we'll probably shut the stream off, pick another game, and we'll probably start another stream. So if you want to come back and hang out,
and that one won't be horror.
We'll pick something that's not horror. And then, then you can, if you just hang out for a little bit, or the stream will come back up with a different game.
Someone to talk to.
I'm fine.
Sometimes, after a traumatic experience.
I said I'm fine.
I feel like she ends up the most with like Ash's attitude.
Yeah.
It's like, if it comes back, I'm just gonna fight it.
Right.
If I have to deal with it.
Shoot
again.
first, think never.
Okay. I know it looks bad. But you don't understand. He was trying to fuck with our heads.
I stabbed him and I tried to get away, but I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Didn't know? Who did you stab?
Oh, I stabbed the maniac. I didn't know it was Josh, but then he was the psycho. And how was I supposed to know Josh had all this sauce and the gun and...
Might be able to later tonight, but you gotta finish some schoolwork. Oh, no, God, yeah, that's definitely more important. Definitely more important.
Who's Meat Brain?
I'm sorry.
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn,
Oh,
Matt,
Matt.
the Incredible Sulk.
Jesus.
Oh, no, nothing important except, you know, how he basically left me to die up on a freaking tumbling tower like a world-class douche nozzle.
Jesus.
It's not wrong to be salty, but at the same time...
But she was also salty before anyone did anything
Yeah,
to
she
her.
just said, I wasn't supposed to move, but I did.
And he saved me. So it's my fault that he died.
Kinda. But also, he could have run for the door at the same time.
He could have. Or like, if Sam, so that's like another way that could play out. If Sam dies because you move, right, that it'll go like through her stomach, right, and kill her. And then Mike, who has he can't get to the door to turn the lights on like Sam could, has to turn his lighter on and blow himself up anyway. So that's what the shot with the lighter was that we saw.
Got it.
But yeah, well shit, that's it.
Monsters and Mystery in America footage is courtesy of... So is that old film?
Yeah, I guess that must be that, like, they must have used, like, archive footage for that.
Goldberg.
Yeah, well, thanks for hanging out, Adam. That was awesome. Always good to see people in the chat. Good to have you on hanging out on the stream. Lenny, I don't think you're here anymore, but I'll still give you a shout out because you hung out for a little while. Hopefully we'll see you again at some point. But yeah, well that basically wraps it up.
Cool.
So I guess give me your thoughts as a first time experience.
Think that I want more of this at this level.
Right.
Like
the dark pictures isn't quite.
And what's the other one I have? Whatever the other one is.
Little Hope. Little Hope. I personally thought it was worse than Man of Medan. I thought Man of Medan had a few good scares as it went on, but I thought Little Hope was like kind of nothing.
I think
honestly.
it's a really cool mechanic, or like storytelling method, because it's almost more of a movie.
It is, yeah. It's an interactive experience.
You get the various. The various choices and stuff. Yeah, it's like a cinematic choose your own adventure, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Really good storytelling design. And yeah, like you said, it's kind of got a bit of the Cabin in the Woods or whatever, Fake Out. It talks about horror obliquely and in cool ways of getting around tropes while still using them.
Yeah. That's
manipulating
exactly how I feel about it.
On their head a little bit. I think that's one of my favorite things that horror does, because it became such a, or at least aspects of it became such a formula.
Right.
For a while. At least in terms of horror film.
Right.
I don't know if that's as true in like literature, but that's just because there's like a million horror books written every day.
Right. Like, the amount of content you have there, like, it's just, I mean,
Stephen King alone.
Right, yeah, no, just literally Stephen King by himself.
It's like, I mean, how many books is he up to now?
Oh god, it's got to be a lot, right?
I mean, especially counting.
Oh, thanks. Thank you for hanging out, Adam. And yes, we will see you later. I may be streaming later tonight, perhaps. Hopefully you would get a notification, I assume, on your phone if I go live. But I'll shoot you a text too, just for the sake of letting you know. Yeah. Like, Nadia may actually, she didn't want to at first, but she may actually stream with me a little bit too, because there's if that's the case, then the game we're playing later will be a horror game. If that actually happens, so we may end up doing like some Layers of Fear or something. I don't know.
At least 78 books.
78. Good God.
He's written over 200 short stories, most of which are compiled in collections.
That's just an insane amount of content.
And I love how they say at least 78, because
they're not totally sure.
Yeah, he might have some other pseudonym out there.
It's gonna turn out Stephen King was like Prince. You know what Prince did? You know, he produced like hundreds of music videos and like albums. Well, no. Just literally made it under his own name and then put it in a vault and never let anyone see it or listen to it. There are enough Prince albums that we could release one a year for the next 100 years before we ran out of Prince albums that no one has heard
yet.
Yeah, that is how much music he made and then just locked in a room. So who knows? Maybe Stephen King's done some shit like that where he's like,
I'm sure he's got a box of dead stories that didn't go anywhere, or like half finished. I mean, some of his recent ones have been stuff that he put away
and
like
then
in
came
the
back
80s and came back and finished and cleaned it up. I don't remember. The Institute, I think, was one of those, where it was an idea from around because it's more Kids with Powers, so it's around the Firestarter Carry time period that he started it.
Okay.
But that was a really good one. Some of his more recent stuff is, it's all, there's such a widespread of quality.
I think that's partially because there's such a large volume of content, is that like I feel like at the rate that he puts stuff out, I feel like there's just no way to have a significant level of quality control.
Right.
I think,
it's like, especially when you look at his whole time period, like, I can't remember if we talked about this on stream or not, but he doesn't remember writing Cujo at all.
Right, because he was
on so much coke. So, like,
right.
When you have something like that, it's good, like, where his mental state is literally changing.
Right, that's also how he was when he made, this was a movie, but when he made Maximum Overdrive, which is not a good movie.
But all of it.
Oh,
I've seen
it's funny.
Weird things from it.
It's not good, but it is funny.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I suppose. This is just credits at this point. I suppose it's a good time to do like a wrap up. As any, and then we'll figure out what other game we want to play, and we'll be back on in a little bit. Here, I'll pass the controller over. I will get the actual thing going here. But shout out to AW25 and Lenny. What was your number? Lenny8499. thank both of you for hanging out in the chat. My sign-off is just like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. If you're having fun, come back, have more fun. Or don't, you know? That's about the extent of my advice.